Hello, my dear student friends. Welcome to the another episode of P block elements chapter. In the previous class, we discussed some important periodic properties, physical properties, chemical properties of group number 15, that is nitrogen family. The elements present in the nitrogen family are nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth, and one more is moscovium. Later, in the previous classes, we discussed one important compound of nitrogen. It's a dinitrogen, molecular nitrogen. Its preparation method, properties, as well as uses we studied in the previous class. Isn't it? Okay. Today, we'll continue our study with the nitrogen family. Today, we'll discuss another important compound of nitrogen, that is ammonia. Molecular formula of ammonia is NH3. Okay, fine. So ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಏನಪ್ಪ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ, its preparation method, manufactured by Haber's process method. We'll see some physical property as well as chemical properties. Lastly, we'll see few uses of ammonia. Okay, fine. We'll start with preparation methods. Ammonia can be prepared from urea. So, urea, its a molecular formula is NH2CONH2, an organic compound. This urea undergo hydrolysis in the presence of water, moisture, and this reaction takes place in the environment. The urea undergo hydrolysis to produce a compound, ammonium carbonate. This ammonium carbonate decomposes, producing ammonia gas along with the formation of water and carbon dioxide as a byproduct. Okay, ammonia, which is present in a very smaller quantities in the air as well as it is present in the soil. Okay, from where it is formed in the soil? It is formed in the soil, it's present in the soil due to the hydrolysis of urea present in the soil. So, where it is formed by the decomposition of nitrogenous organic matter. So, this urea NH2CONH2 is a nitrogenous organic matter. By the decay of this nitrogenous organic matter present in the soil, so we could see the presence of ammonia. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಎನ್ವಿರಾನ್ಮೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ನೇಚರ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ನಿಂದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ? ಬೈ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಲೈಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟು ಅಮೋನಿಯಂ ಕಾರ್ಬೋನೇಟ್ ದಟ್ ಪ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ಏನು? ಸೊ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ urea. It's a first method of preparation. Clear? Okay, fine. We'll move to the next preparation method. It's a laboratory method. In the laboratory, ammonia can be prepared in a very smaller scale only for the purpose of a study. On a small scale, it is obtained from any of the ammonium salts. Okay, these ammonium salts decomposes whenever it is treated with a caustic soda, sodium hydroxide, or by calcium hydroxide. We'll see two reactions, two examples for this laboratory method. Look at this reaction. Ammonium salt, for example, 2NH4Cl. It's a ammonium chloride when reacts with a calcium hydroxide, a base, calcium hydroxide, CaOH twice. There is a formation of ammonia along with water and calcium chloride as a byproduct. Another method of preparation of ammonia in the laboratory in a small scale. Okay, by this method we can prepare ammonia by the reaction of another ammonium salt, ammonium sulfate, NH4 twice SO4. Whenever treated with a caustic soda, sodium hydroxide, again there is a formation of ammonia gas along with water and sodium sulfate as byproducts. Okay, ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು? In the laboratory we can prepare ammonia by treating ammonium salt. In the first reaction we have taken ammonium chloride salt, in the second reaction ammonium sulfate salt. So when you treat with calcium hydroxide and or sodium hydroxide, will end up with ammonia. Okay, these two are laboratory methods of preparation. Clear? Okay, fine. We'll move to the next point. Next point is very, very important. The manufacture method of ammonia by which process? Haber's process. Okay, so on a large scale, for the sake of industrial purposes, ammonia is manufactured by Haber's process that we will discuss. I said you, it's a very, very important. Manufacture of ammonia by Haber's process. I said it's a very, very important as far as board examination is concerned. Why it is important? ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದು ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್? ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದರೆ look at the previous year board examination question paper questions. So in a March 2014 annual examination, there was a question. The question was like this: for the manufacture of ammonia by Haber's process, write flow chart, balanced equation along with the conditions for maximum yield of ammonia. Okay, this question fetches 3 marks in the examination. So you may expect this question in the question paper. Question number I hope 20th. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ question number 20th of your question paper ಈ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ I said this question will be asked for how many mark? 3 mark. So 3 points are asked here. ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು 3 ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Write a flow chart. Okay, if you draw the flow chart, that carry 1 mark. Balanced equation carry another mark and conditions carry 3rd mark. Okay, so ಬಹಳ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಫ್ಲೋ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್, ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೊಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. In July 2014 also the same question was there. How is ammonia manufactured by Haber's process? Avaga you need to draw the flow chart, you need to write the equation along with the conditions baribeku. Okay, again that carries a 3 mark. In March 2019 there was a question like this: in the manufacture of ammonia by Haber's process, write flow chart and chemical equation with optimum conditions. ಓಕೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ 3 ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವ ಅಂದರೆ 3 ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ರೈಟ್ ಅ ಫ್ಲೋ ಚಾರ್ಟ್ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್, ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಇಕ್ವೇಷನ್ ಅನದರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್, ಆಪ್ಟಿಮಮ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ 3rd mark. In June 2019 also the same question was there. Okay, so ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ got the importance of this manufacture method? Fine, we'll see what's that manufacture method. I said this is important for how many mark? 3 mark. On a larger scale, ammonia is manufactured by Haber's process. Just now I said look at the reaction. Ammonia is manufactured by the reaction by the combination of 2 gases. They are N2 gas and H2 gas. Dinitrogen combines with a dihydrogen forming ammonia. The reaction is reversible. Okay, in the examination you need to write balanced chemical equation. Equation balance ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಸಿಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. The process is reversible. There exists a dynamic equilibrium. Okay, this formation of ammonia by the combination of a dinitrogen and dihydrogen is an exothermic reaction because look here, delta H value is equals to minus 46.1 kJ per mole. Okay, here this negative value indicates what? So there is a heat liberation. So it's exothermic. During the formation of ammonia gas, there is a liberation of 46.1 kilojoules per mole of energy. The process is exothermic. Now, we need to frame some conditions based upon this chemical equation. Look at the equation. N2 andre 1 molecule of 1 mole of N2 react with a 3H2. Okay, so in the reactant side, how many reactants are there? 4 reactants are producing only 2 moles of ammonia. Okay, and the reaction is reversible. So idana mind alli itkobeku. Next one, the reaction is exothermic. During the reaction itself, the heat energy is producing. Howda? So keeping these points in the mind, we'll see the conditions. Conditions. Okay, pressure. So we need to employ higher pressure or a lower pressure. So since the reaction is reversible, 4 moles of a reactant producing only 2 moles of a 4 moles of a reactant producing only 2 moles of product. Okay, so in order to favor the forward direction, in order to get the more and more amount of ammonia, we need to employ very higher pressure. High pressure of 200 atmospheric pressure. Okay, what about temperature? High temperature? No. Lower temperature of how many Kelvin? 700 Kelvin. Why? Because the reaction itself is a exothermic. Therefore, here we are not employing what? Higher temperature. The process is not carried out at a higher temperature. It is carried out at low temperature of 700 Kelvin. Next, the rate of the reaction increases by making use of a catalyst. That catalyst is iron oxide. Iron oxide acts as a catalyst for Haber's process with a very small amount of potassium oxide, oxide of potassium and oxide of aluminium, K2O and Al2O3. These are used to increase the rate of attainment of equilibrium. Okay, catalyst yaudili iron oxide. In the earlier days, for the same method, but for the Haber's process, iron was used as a catalyst. Okay, in olden days, ಐರನ್ ಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು? ಐರನ್. ನೀವು ಹಳೆ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ತೆಗೆದು ನೋಡಿದರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಅಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಐರನ್ ಆಸ್ ಎ ಕೆಟಾಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಇನ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ ನವೆ ಡೇಸ್ iron oxide is used because it's a better catalyst than iron. So in olden days, molybdenum was used as a promoter. Okay, you need not mention this iron catalyst and molybdenum promoter for this process. Okay, because they are replaced with iron oxide and small amounts of aluminium and potassium oxides. Fine. The flow chart is like this. Very simple chart it is. Okay, so ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನು ಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡೋದು ನೆಸೆಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಅ ಫ್ಲೋ ಚಾರ್ಟ್, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಲೇಬ್ಲಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಸಾಕು. Look here, I'll just explain this flow chart. There are 2 inlets. So from one inlet, pure dinitrogen gas is passed, and from another inlet, pure and dry dihydrogen gas is passed. Both the gas will come to this compressor chamber, wherein higher pressure is maintained around 200 atmosphere. So here it's mentioned 20 megapascal, which is almost equal to 200 atmospheric pressure. Okay, the dinitrogen and dihydrogen in the ratio 1:3 are passed to the compressor. The gases gets compressed to a very, very high temperature. Next, the gases move to this chamber. That chamber is a catalytic chamber which contain a catalyst iron oxide and oxides of aluminium and potassium. And this chamber the temperature maintained at a 700 Kelvin. Okay, so from the compressor H2 and N2 gases are coming. In the presence of a catalyst, this reaction takes place, formation of ammonia takes place. Okay, whatever the amount of dinitrogen and dihydrogen you take, all will not converted into ammonia. Okay, so some of the dinitrogen and dihydrogen are forms ammonia, whereas the some reactants are left as it is. Okay, so look here, from this catalytical chamber, what is coming out? Unreacted N2, unreacted H2, and formed ammonia gases are coming out. Okay, these are moved to a condenser. Okay, this is the condenser here. The cold temperature is maintained. The ammonia gas formed gets condensed to liquid ammonia. Okay, so here we get liquid ammonia. Okay, so the unreacted N2 and H2 gases escapes from this condenser and they moved to another chamber called as a pump. The role of pump is to pump back the unreacted N2 and H2 back to the catalytical chamber. From this inlet, fresh N2 and H2 are coming, and from this pipe, the unreacted N2 and H2 are coming. Again, they react with the catalyst at a higher temperature. Ammonia is formed. That means this process is repeated. This is cycle is repeated many a times to get liquid ammonia, which is collected at the bottom of this chamber. Okay, so this is a flowchart used in the manufacture of ammonia by Haber's process. In the examination, you need not explain this process, how N2 and H2 gases are passed, they come to the compressor, then to the catalytical chamber. This explanation is not at all required. ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳೋದೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, 1 mark balanced equation, 2nd mark conditions, and the 3rd mark neat flowchart. Okay, that's enough for examination. Mat question ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, sir, here 1, 2, 3 conditions are mentioned. You said only 1 mark. So ಒಂದು condition ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು marks ರೀ? Okay, so write any 2 condition for 1 mark. Okay, 3 ಇದಾವೆ. Out of 3, you can write any 2 condition which carries 1 mark, equation 1 mark, and a flowchart another mark. Clear? Very simple method, no? Very simple method and very, I'll repeat, very important for your what you call next 2021 annual examination. Okay, baro chances bahala ide. Work out on this method. Clear? Fine. We'll see some physical properties. Ammonia is a colorless gas with a pungent odor. Okay, ಘಾಟ್ ವಾಸನೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ ammonia smell. ನೀವು ಸ್ಮೆಲ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟೇಕನ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಫೆಲ್ಟ್ ದ ಓಡರ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ಇನ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಬೋರೇಟರಿ ಇನ್ ಅ PUC ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆನಪಾಗಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಮೈಂಡ್ ಮೀ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಲ್ಯಾಬೋರೇಟರಿ. ನೋ, ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಶೋ ಯು ಹೌ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪಂಜೆಂಟ್ ಓಡರ್. ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಫೀಲ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ಸಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಬೋರೇಟರಿ. Its freezing point and boiling points are very less. Melting point is 198 Kelvin and boiling point is 239 Kelvin. These temperatures are very less. ಯಾಕಿರಬಹುದು? Because sorry, these temperatures are higher. Ammonia has high melting point and high boiling point, so compared to other compounds of a similar molecular mass. Why these are higher? Because in ammonia there exists a hydrogen bond. Between the ammonia molecules there is a hydrogen bond. There is an intermolecular hydrogen bond. Due to that reason, in order to melt the solid, in order to boil the liquid, more temperature is required. Hence, ammonia has higher melting and boiling point. Due to what? Due to the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding as like that of water. Okay. When you look at the structure of ammonia, ammonia structure is like this. It's a trigonal pyramidal. It's a trigonal pyramidal. So this ammonia structure has a nitrogen at the apex, and there are three bond pairs. Nitrogen atom form three single bonds with three hydrogen atoms. Okay, so it has three bond pairs, and there is a one lone pair. Can you see this dots, two dots present in the orbital structure? Okay, so these are lone pair, one lone pair, and how many bond pairs? Three bond pairs are there with a trigonal pyramidal structure. Bond length of nitrogen hydrogen is 101.7 picometer with a hydrogen nitrogen hydrogen bond angle of 107.8 degree. Here the reason for the high melting and boiling point is important as far as examinations are concerned. Well, we'll see some chemical properties. This ammonia gas, no, which is a colorless with a pungent odor, when dissolved, when added to water, it's a highly soluble in water. Ammonia easily soluble to a very larger extent. Okay, so when ammonia dissolved in water, what it forms? It forms ammonium hydroxide. It forms NH4OH, and that NH4OH ionizes in aqueous media to form NH4 plus and OH minus. That aqueous solution, when ammonia gas passed into water, we get a solution, no? Aqueous solution, solution of water. That solution is weakly basic. Andre, this ammonium hydroxide is weakly basic, Arrhenius base. Why? This ammonium hydroxide dissociates to produce. I'll show you. So this ammonia gas, when dissolved in water, no, it produces what? NH4OH. Okay, this NH4OH is weakly basic. It's an aqueous solution of ammonia. In aqueous media, this dissociates to produce NH4 plus and OH minus. Okay, so the compound which dissociates to produce OH minus is called as what? Base though. So, and it is weakly basic because the dissociation of NH4OH is partial. There is a partial dissociation into NH4 plus and OH minus. Hence, it is weakly basic in nature. Clear? This ammonia, no, forms ammonium salts. Whenever ammonia react with acids like HCl, it forms ammonium chloride. If it reacts with sulfuric acid, it forms ammonium sulfate. It reacts with acids forming ammonium salts. For example, ammonium chloride and ammonium sulfate. And as a weak base, no, I said it's a weakly basic in nature. It precipitates the hydroxides of many metals and their salt solution. Ammonium hydroxide is used in the qualitative analysis of basic radicals of inorganic salt. Ammonium hydroxide use ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಯಾಕೆ? It precipitates many hydroxides of metals. For example, ammonium hydroxides precipitates zinc metals from their salt solution. ZnSO4 plus 2NH4OH, it forms ZnOH twice and ammonium sulfate. Andre ammonium hydroxide what precipitates metal zinc salt solution in the form of a zinc hydroxide. Zinc hydroxide is a precipitate, white colored precipitate it forms. Okay, ಏನಂದ್ವಿ? It precipitates the hydroxides of many metals from their salt solution. This equation is one example. Another example is when ferric chloride treated with ammonium hydroxide, it forms a ferric oxide along with ammonium hydroxides. Well, We'll see another important chemical property of ammonia. I said, in the structure itself, there is a one lone pair of electrons present on the nitrogen atom of ammonia molecule, isn't it? The presence of this lone pair of electron makes the ammonia molecule Lewis base. In the previous property we studied that the aqueous solution of ammonium hydroxide acts as a weak Arrhenius base. Here it also acts as what? Lewis base. Just recall your memory. What is Lewis base? The chemical, the compound which donates a pair of electron is called as what? Lewis base. So this ammonia donates electron pair. This ammonia has a lone pair of electron, no, that donated, and this forms a linkage with the metal ions. For example, this ammonia molecule donates its pair of electrons to a metal ion, for example, copper plus 2 ion. And the formation of such complex compound, there is a formation of complex compound here. Coordination complex is formed here, complex ion, Cu NH3 4 times 2 plus. It's a coordination complex. You will learn this type of a complexes in coordination chemistry chapter, alkali tirante. Okay, so here ammonia act as a ligand. What is ligand? Everything you will learn in a coordination compound chapter. Okay, alkali theory. Here ammonia form a coordinate bond with a copper metal ion. Okay, how? By donating its pair of electron to the copper. Hagadre, this formation of a complex compound indicates what? It indicates that it will act like a Lewis base, and this character is used finds application in detection of many metal ions such as copper plus 2 ion. Okay, so simple ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ammonia molecule has a lone pair of electron that is donated to a metal ions in the formation of a complex compound. Okay, this process helps in the detection of metal ion. For example, this one, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಕಾಪರ್ದು ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಜೊತೆ ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಅ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್. So that complex, for example, this complex compound has a deep blue color. So deep blue color complex compound formation indicates what? There is a presence of copper plus 2 ion. Okay, this finds application in the detection of metal ions. Okay, here you remember that ammonia behaves like a Lewis base because of the donation of lone pair of electrons. Example, this equation. I hope it's clear to you. In the last point, we'll see some uses of ammonia. Ammonia is very important inorganic compound. It's used to produce various nitrogenous fertilizers. ರಸಗೊಬ್ಬರ ತಯಾರಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವುದು? ಅಮೋನಿಯಾನ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಅಮೋನಿಯಂ ನೈಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್, ಯೂರಿಯಾ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸರ್, ammonium phosphate fertilizer, ammonium sulfate fertilizer. These nitrogenous fertilizers are produced from ammonia. Hagadre, it can be called as a very important use of ammonia. This ammonia is also used in the manufacture of some inorganic nitrogenous compounds like nitric acid. Okay, so this nitric acid will study in the next class. Okay, this point, second use, we will study in the next class in detail. That will be also very important manufacture method, which is that nitric acid. Idra ಬಗ್ಗೆ detail ಆಗಿ next class ಅಲ್ಲಿ study ಮಾಡೋಣಂತೆ. The third use of ammonia is the liquid ammonia is used as a refrigerant. Okay, these are few uses of ammonia. ಎಸ್, ಹಾಗಾದರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕ್ಲಾಸಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿ? ಅಮೋನಿಯಾ, preparation from urea, some laboratory methods of preparation, very important Haber's process, few chemical properties and few uses. Okay, so out of that, Haber process is very important. Look here, this is N2, react with H2. How many moles of H2? 3 moles of H2 forming 2 moles of ammonia. This is very important as far as examination point is concerned. Repeatedly I am using the word very important. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬೋರ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ದಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ because many a times this question was asked, there is a more chance that you can expect this question in the next year annual examination. Okay, with these points, let me stop the study of nitrogen family here itself. In the next class, I'll continue with one more important compound of nitrogen, that is nitric acid. Okay, thank you very much. So if you like my video, don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay, so subscribe my channel and share this video to your friends. Thank you very much.